What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. We sold the icons, that's right, I sold Henry for 900,000 coins. He bopped up to 900k. I panic sold Ronaldo, not even going to lie about it. He was floating around like 3.15 to 3.2. Selling him at 3.2 would have made me some profit. Selling him at 3.1 lost me about 40,000 coins or so, maybe 50,000 coins. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. He was so much fun to use. Absolutely worth it. Yeah, his price went down to like 3,050,000 again, and I was like, oh no, it's happening already. So I listed him up at 3.1, and I just kept relisting him and relisting him and relisting him, and eventually he sold, and he's back to like 3.15 again. But I thoroughly enjoy playing with him, man. He's very, very, very good. So we're back up to 4 million coins in the account. I had a good weekend league. I'm not even going to lie about it. Like, I lost 2 games this weekend league, but I got 14 wins out of the 2, including the 2 losses, like 16 games in total. So I finished 14-2 for the weekend, which is great. In terms of monthly, we've still got another weekend league to go. So we're up to 61 wins. So I'll probably try my best to get 21 wins next weekend and see if we can get up to gold 3. If it's not happening, then it's not happening. So be it. But yeah, 14-2 is fantastic. Both games that I lost were both winnable games as well. One of them specifically, I was actually leading in one of the games that I lost several times by 2 goals. So that was quite frustrating. In terms of the squad, this obviously isn't the squad. In terms of the squad, we're back on the need post only squad. This is what we're going to be rocking with now for the next weekend league. It's almost the same team. We're going to be having the same back line, and I will be getting rid of this back line shortly. You know, Sergio Ramos have already lost a hell of a lot of coins on him. I went for 200,000 coins. Oh, wow. He's like back up to 170. He was down at like the 150s, 140s. He came back up to 170. Okay, so Sergio Ramos is okay. This Nacho Fernandez, I've still made profit on. 85,000 coins I bought him for, and he's up at 135 as a min bin there. Maybe like 110, I mean, there you go, 130. So I can make some profit on him. Dani Alves, we obviously bought because he links with that. We bought him for 415,000 coins. He's about the same probably. We'll lose tax on him, but I've enjoyed him in the team as well. 23 games we've got with him so far. I'm going to keep Dani Alves for a while. I know his price will start to deteriorate down into the 300s during team of the season. And we can let go of him when is necessary. So the rest of the team, guys, obviously going to be Frank Rijkaard down in at central defensive midfield. We're going to be playing Fernandinho and Rui Costa as our outside centre mids in the 4-1-2-1-2. We're going to be playing Wayne Rooney at cam, and then we're going to be playing Raheem Sterling and Kaka up front. Kaka, by the way, phenomenal. This is all Division 1. 4 games of daily knockout tournament and 16 games of FUT champs. So 16 FUT champs, 4 DKTs and 3 D1 games. And he's got 20 goals and 12 assists. And that's me playing him this weekend league just gone. Mostly started him at cam because I had Henry and Ronaldo up front. Once I sold Henry, I still played some more games, so Kaka went up front. So he's played some games at striker. A lot of people don't like this card. I've talked about it before. I think he's got everything available to him that works. You know, I'm not even using a pace card on him to give him a pace boost. And I actually think that helps me a lot because he doesn't sprint so fast and so quick that he burns his stamina so quick, so he lasts for a lot longer. One person that I want to get on the bench is actually a card that I've been enjoying quite a lot. That we talked about in one of the previous episodes, and that is this Futmas Andy Carroll. I really enjoy this card. Look at that, 15 goals and 7 assists in 11 games. He's good. He is good stock, guys. So what I need to do though, however, is I do need to convert Rui Costa up to a striker. It's going to cost me obviously a few position modifier cards. Right now, position modifiers, I believe the centre forward to cam cards are extinct. So if I've got one of those, I wonder if the cam to centre mids are extinct as well. Let's have a look. Can I list, compare? I mean, no, they're about 1,000 coins. I'll hold on to that for now, just because, you know, you never know when you're going to need a cam to centre mid card. So let's go and have a look at the positioning again. I could probably start this team without converting him. I just can't be bothered. So cam to centre forward, centre mid to cam for him. So then I need a cam to centre forward. I don't have a cam to centre forward. So this is where it's going to get expensive for me. Let's go and get ourselves a cam to centre forward card. And then what we're going to be doing today, guys, is actually we're going to be just playing one live game. Well, maybe not. It depends if I always like, you know, I don't try and be like presumptuous, but if I get a early rage quit, because we're going to be playing a daily knockout tournament. Oh god. Okay, that's okay. We're going to be playing the daily knockout tournament, and the reason why we're going to be playing the daily knockout tournament is because you get a premium Electrum Players pack for winning the daily knockout tournament. So I want to go and win that pack. So what we're going to do today, guys, is play that one live game, or if I get a rage quit very like within the first 30 in-game minutes or so, then it will be 2 live games. We'll go into a second game. Let's just check. I think Rui Costa should be on 10 chemistry just because I've got an icon manager. Yeah, so every single person's on 10. Dani Alves on 8. I'm more than happy with that. This team is beautiful. I know it doesn't look like the greats. You know, when we talk about Nick, AA, and Fuji's Road to Glory, I know I don't. It doesn't look like as good as their teams. But I really enjoy each of these cards. Wayne Rooney has been fantastic for me. 5 goals and 10 assists from centre mid in the games he's played. Raheem Sterling has been brilliant. A lot of games on as a sub as well, and he's still got a really positive game and assist to goal ratio. Fernandinho with this upgrade has been fantastic for us. Rijkaard and Rui Costa have been good. Kaka is amazing. Team of the year, Dani Alves, that red Jordi Alba. Like this team, for me personally, is really strong. I like it a lot. If I could get Kaka another link, oh, I actually could. I was gonna say if I could get Kaka another link, because I can pop him there. And then I could actually play Andy Carroll. I might change that around for this weekend league and start Andy Carroll up front. And then I've got some live comments as well, guys. So we're gonna discuss some things as per usual. So let's get into the game. The first comment is from GG indeed. It says, did EA change the crossing? I noticed that you don't cross like you used to. Much love. I think they did, dude. Yeah, I think they've changed 2 things recently, actually, without documenting it. And I could be wrong. It could just be people adapting to how to defend better. Put in different custom tactics or player instructions to defend the crosses better. But first of all, I think they changed the crosses. I score almost none now. That back post cross used to be so efficient and so effective, and now it's just not anymore. I don't know why. It just seems like every time I try and do the back post cross now, either the goalkeeper gets a touch to it, or it just doesn't go where I directed it. So I do feel like they've changed a little something. The other thing I think they've changed is, like recently from goal kicks, I started doing obviously that giant goal kick, you know, that one where I'd like take the goal kick to the centre back and head it back to the goalkeeper so I could punt it up the field. But people actually got wise to that and learned how to defend against that, and that's obviously absolutely fine, right? So they got wise to that and learned how to defend that. So what I started doing was just passing it out to either my right back or my left back, depending on what side the goal kick was on. And as long as I did it immediately, I never ever had a problem. Like I never ever was in a situation where it didn't make it. Recently, the last weekend or so, go on Wazza, the last weekend, like since Friday really, every time I take a goal kick, the goalkeeper, like the attacking player, is now standing in the perfect position to stop the goal kick. So I feel like they've changed where players stand from goal kicks. And if they haven't, and it's just people adapting, or maybe I've done something different. You know, somebody said your pressure influences where people stand. So maybe it's something that I did. Maybe I changed my pressure and it's just influenced that, right? But if it isn't something that I did that changed this, and it's something that EA did that changed this, how crazy is that they can make these minor little changes and just not even tell people about it? Like, and if they didn't, then how crazy is it that I can change something and not even understand the true dynamics of what I've changed in cause and effect to my team? You know, and that I think that in there lies the problem, because we all, you know, I can only assume that EA have changed something because I haven't, to my knowledge, I haven't really changed anything. So I can only assume that it's EA that have changed something. This is usually where I was getting in the crosses from here, and it will go to someone at the far post, and now it's not even going to the far post. Go on, Rijkaard, you've got a banger on you, lad. Ooh, straight into the hands of Handanovic. Got a good ball on there. I saw that. I'm running for that, lad. That's a good tackle, that is. Didn't actually win the ball there. Just pressured him enough that he lost possession. I like this guy's stadium. This guy's stadium is nice. It's nice and high. Oh, I think I've. Hold on. Oh, get that Kaka. There we go. We got some time here on the ball. This guy's not really pressing too much. Doesn't help when I tackle my own players though. I fall straight back to Wazza. And then into Frank Rijkaard, and he's got Kaka in there, onside. Beautiful drag back. He's great. He is great. I don't even care what people say, man. I'll happily use him for 60 minutes every game and then sub him out. I just really like him. The next comment was from Bexall Says, hey, Nep, this year I believe what you have done. Actually, I'm going to read that one last. Let's go to this one. Let's get to this one. 64 Ahmed says, hey Nep, no, I'll get to that one after as well because that's one I want to talk about in detail. Welchie says, hey Nep, first of all, love the vids and the great effort you put in. Thank you, Welchie. Says, I was just wondering if there's a player you genuinely struggle to play against. For me, I usually struggle to defend against Bale no matter what I do. Best wishes to you and your family. Well, thank you for the kind words, dude. I actually talked about this, I think, on stream yesterday, which did become a video. If you guys missed that, you can go and watch the stream and watch some good Ronaldo gameplay. The player that I've struggled against most this year has been Prime Icon Luis Hernandez, that Icon SBC. I don't know what it is about him. Every time he shoots from any angle, anywhere, always just flies in against me. And it's incredibly frustrating. Because I know if I used him, he wouldn't score those goals. It's just, it must be the way I defend or the space that I give him that just allows him to create this ridiculous opportunities to shoot and score. And yeah, every time I face against someone that has Luis Hernandez, I think, okay, this, you know, I'm gonna have to defend a little bit better and a little bit harder here. And maybe that's actually the problem. Maybe because I've got this like idea in my mind that he's better, maybe it actually makes me defend different to the point where I actually create myself more problems because of that. Let's go, Cat. Oh, he literally stood there and waited for that. We got that. Oh, I've run past it. Alright, I don't want to sprint back with Kaka. That's the whole purpose of having a guy of low stamina, is that he's not the guy that you sprint back with. There we go. That should be my ball still. Good stuff, good stuff. Frank Rijkaard, nicely out to Dani Alves. Right, next break of play, dudes, we'll get another comment. This team that I'm playing with, though, is really good. I tell you someone that I do like and don't like in my team as well, and that's Frank Rijkaard. I don't like Rijkaard because he's not bells and whistles. You know, when you look at Ronaldinho or Ronaldo or Ruud Gullit, they're so like great for many reasons, you know, whether it's the skill moves and weak foot, whether it's what they did in real life for their clubs, whether it's just the hype around them. Frank Rijkaard has no hype. He's not Patrick Vieira. He's not Lothar Matthäus' prime icon card. He doesn't have like the most worldy stats or anything like that, but he's just a great central defensive midfielder. He just does everything you could possibly want him to do. He's always in the right place at the right time. He puts in some insane tackles. He's got incredible passing, very good long shots and weak foot. See, this is again where I'd cross from right there. And now I'm not even crossing from there because I don't feel like it's going to go to where I want it to go. Swoop. I like it. Oh, you jammy. That could have easily been a penalty. But yeah, I love the way Rijkaard plays, but he just doesn't... He's not exciting as a player, you know what I mean? Like this Kaka card, yeah, his stamina is going to cause problems, but he's so exciting as a player that I don't care. I'll happily take the problems of his stamina to allow myself to use a player that is just fantastic. You know what I mean? Next comment is from... Yeah, Bex Albit says, hey Neb, this year I believe what EA have done with the promos is good. More promos out more frequently, but the promos seem to be missing something. Would like to hear your opinion. Love the content. Keep up the good work. Yeah, from my perspective and from the perspective of hardcore gamers, these promos just aren't good enough. And that's, like, I know what people say. Like, people say, oh, compared to FIFA 16 and FIFA 15, they're great. And yeah, that's a fair assessment. But the gaming industry and the gaming scene has changed so much over the last few years that comparing a game like even from FIFA 18 down to FIFA 16 is not even a fair comparison anymore just in the gaming industry. With how many good games we have these days and with how their progression systems are interacted with and how their loot boxes and how it's more about skins rather than, you know, paying for advancements in the game, and how we have you know, like much better progression systems and ooh, that's a good effort, and fun recyclable gameplay. That's what, for me, FIFA is missing, and that's what they can do out of these promos that they're not doing out of these promos. And it's quite frustrating as a content creator and as a FIFA enthusiast, as somebody who just loves this video game. It's frustrating that although they're ahead on where they were 2 years ago, they are generally behind in the gaming scene overall. And that's really frustrating to deal with because, you know, they could easily have done so many awesome things for each promo, and they just didn't. And there was a thread on Reddit yesterday that I was like, love to read, and it was talking about how we need like an in-depth achievement system, like an accomplishment system. So even when you're playing Weekend League and, you know, you lose that game 4-3, it wasn't all for nothing because those 3 goals were working towards, you know, maybe there's an accomplishment of score 500 goals with a weak foot. And so out of those 3 goals, you ended up scoring 2 goals with a weak foot on a player, and so you build towards one of the accomplishments. And for that accomplishment, you don't get nothing major, you know, like you just get small things. And I think Call of Duty has like a really good stat tracking system, and things like Fortnite and PUBG, they track so many stats, so many figures. And EA just don't. EA don't even track clean sheets for goalkeepers. You can't track that. How many clean sheets does your goalkeeper have? You don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy that you don't know how many goals, like the way they track stats is through hitboxes, right? So when you get a headshot in Call of Duty, there's the body of the character has a head hitbox. It's actually a square as well. It's not even a circle, which is why sometimes you're like, he didn't hit me, and like blah blah blah. But yeah, it's done by hitboxes. On FIFA, they could quite easily put a hitbox on a left foot, and a hitbox on a right foot, and a hitbox on a head, and just track things like headers, and put hitboxes like shot boxes from outside the box and inside the box, so that if you score from outside the box or from inside the box, it tracks that. And it could start really tracking stats in FIFA, and then put those stats towards accomplishments. Oh, that's got to be a red card, ref, that. Yeah, put those stats towards accomplishments, and put those accomplishments towards grinding, and it would make the gameplay fun, because if you had like a weekly challenge of score, you know, from 40 crosses, it's not the sort of thing you're going to be able to just go and do like everyone done for, you know, the short-term Irish players of just putting an Irish player in a team, everyone doing offside traps and stuff. Oh God, I've just passed it straight to him. He's actually through there as well, isn't he? He's got Calais on. But yeah, I don't know, man. I would just love to see far more stat tracking, and they could have done that sort of stuff with promos. They could easily give us way more. That is disgusting, ref. Doesn't matter though. Oh, this guy's lost his lost the plot a little bit here. I don't mind it too much because it's going to mean that we can get ourselves another. Oh, good save. Yeah, I don't know, man. These promos, I felt like Fuck Birthday last year was a better promo than this year. Fuck Birthday last year, we had the 3 premium SBC players. We had a good squad. We had daily SBCs like we did this year. And then if you completed all of the daily SBCs at the end, you got a untradeable 125k pack. This year, not only did you not get an untradeable pack, some of the daily SBCs weren't even worth it. Like, it cost 50k to complete that 45k pack because of the brick slots. Although the end of era card is good, and I will say as well, you can't take into consideration the end of era card nor the icons as part of Fuck Birthday, because they're already things that get released, right? It's not like, oh my god, EA gave us these special, that's a good goal, these special icons for Fuck Birthday that we didn't know existed. No, we've been getting icons every Thursday or every other Thursday for 6 months. This was just another Thursday with some more icons. And it's the same with the end of era. We got the end of era Perlo, and now we've got an end of era Kaka. And yeah, maybe they're waiting for a promo to release these players, but I think that's wrong as well. Why not release an end of era player every other week like you do with the icons? What harm would it make? Like, there's so many players in this game anyway. I don't personally think it would make much harm to give that to. That's where I aimed it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, and again, that's my personal opinion. What? EA, please. That's my personal opinion, and the problem lies with the fact that what I want and what some of you guys want isn't in line with A, what EA would obviously want, otherwise they'd probably do it, but B, it's also not in line with what the general public wants. You know, EA have shown this year through their metrics and through the reports that you can read, like the financial reports that you can read, because they're a public traded company, you can read their financial reports, and all the facts and figures show and prove that EA are making more money this year than they are in other years. And so you ask yourself, if you're a businessman, because EA is a business, Electronic Arts, you know, it's about making money, it is a for-profit organization. If you're a business and your year on year is showing you improvements, increases, you know, you're making more money than ever before, Are you really going to change that? Like, ask yourself the question. If last year you made £100,000 in a year, and then this year you're making £150,000 in a year, but you've got a pocket of clients that are saying, dude, your product is not what I want. You're looking at your bottom line. Well, maybe it's not what you want, but it's quite clearly what everybody mainly wants, because they're spending more money on this product. We're generating more revenue than ever before. And that's not necessarily all down to EA, right? A lot of that is due to the fact that the gaming industry is indeed just blowing up more and more and more. It's becoming more recognized, mainstream, which obviously introduces a lot more spenders. He's actually might get a goal here. Introduces a lot more, people that spend money, a lot more buying power into the market in general, which could, influence EA's bottom line, and that's absolutely fine, but bottom line is, and talking of the bottom line is that EA are making more money. That's a good goal. Making more money this year than they was last year. So what incentive do they have to change? What for? And I understand it. I can respect it. What I just wish is that they would just be more open with us and communicate a little bit more. Mitch Purcell says, hey Nep, just sold all the tradable players I have in my team, and I have around 1 million coins for team of the season. I still have some players like Red 87 Firmino, Prime Laurent Blanc, Inform Nacho. What do you think the best league from team of the season will be to buy from in relation to value for money? Keep up the good work, much love from Australia. Dude, as with last year and the previous years, you look at the Eredivisie, the Pro League, those two specifically for me were great value for money last year, so I think you'll see a lot of value for money in those as well. The most consistent team of the season is also always a good team of the season, just because that's a good goal. Just because those players seem to be so commonly packed, so they're always cheap. But even like for 1 million coins, you'll be great, dude, even in the major leagues. Like if you think about team of the season Michael Keane last year, he was like an end game centre back who from day one was 110,000 coins. Like 110,000 coins for an end game centre back is absolutely fantastic. So I don't think you have to worry. I mean, obviously we can't say for sure. We don't even know what EA are doing this team of the season. They might have something up their sleeve. They might do something brand new that we've never seen before. And it could change the entire dynamics of how team of the season is run. We literally don't know. So, I think for 1 million coins, you'll be able to get a lot of value out of team of the season. I think you'll have a lot of fun in team of the season with 1 million coins. And you'll be able to make some coins with 1 million coins in team of the season as well. The team of the season prices are so weird. Ooh, I nearly rolled him there. Like for example, we talked about it a lot. Last year, a lot of the team of the season cards, specifically the 87s and the most consistent and such, were 20k discard. And for 5 weeks, they were 20,000 coins, 22,000 coins or so. And then in week 6, EA released the guaranteed team of the season SBC. And off the back of the guaranteed team of the season SBC, all those prices went up to like 50k. Go on, Kaka. Oh, he's beautiful. Penref. Yeah, they all went up to like 45k and 50k and stuff. So there's potential to make good profit on them. But yeah, dude, I loved a lot of team of the season cards last year that were super cheap. And I'm excited for it again this year. I'm very excited for it again this year. 64 Ahmed says, hey Nep, do you think that FIFA Mobile shows Ultimate Team better than Ultimate Team itself? Dude, FIFA Mobile is great. FIFA Mobile has so many good things about it that I don't know why. I know why console don't incorporate it into console, because as we just explained, they don't have to. They're still making good profit. It's one of those things that, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What if they did something like what they have on FIFA Mobile and it drove people away in their tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, whatever? You know what I mean? Like, what if they changed something that the community thought they wanted and it ended up having a negative impact on the franchise? Like, why would they risk that right now? Oh, Sterling, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. We end up getting a couple of late goals there to tie this game up. But yeah, I think FIFA Mobile has lots of great positives. But FIFA Mobile also is not without its faults. It's not like a flawless game. It definitely has its issues as well, much like every game does. Yeah, that's my opinion right there. But we end up getting a 5-2 win out of here. And what I'm really happy about in this game is showing you how Kaka doesn't suffer greatly. Like, we scored a 90th minute goal with Kaka. We got a 90th minute assist with Kaka, unless it doesn't account for an assist for him. So we got 2 goals for Sterling, 2 for Kaka, 1 assist for Kaka. Like, the only thing I'll say is fitness. Like, see how he's lost 6 fitness, whereas Sterling's only lost 4? That's what the stamina will hurt him a lot. Like, you'll have to put fitness cards on him a lot more than other players. Like, he actually lost the joint most fitness with Fernandinho, and probably because Fernandinho run up and down the field a hell of a lot more, but nobody else lost more fitness than Kaka. That's where that stamina issue comes into play. So, yeah, I personally don't think there's a problem at all. I mean, I dominated that game. We had Kaka up front. He scored the first goal on 16 minutes. A beautiful finish this was as well. Lovely little drag back into the space. And then a great finish across the goalkeeper underneath him, in and goal. We then scored to make it 2-0 with Raheem the Dream. Raheem getting in behind, Rooney tracking alongside him, but great finish to make it 2. My opponent then pulled one back, hit the post to make it 2-2. I don't even remember that. Oh yeah, I do remember that. It wasn't really a post hit. We then scored the 3rd goal, Jordi Alba, Rooney down the right-hand side, cuts that one, shields off, cuts that one across. Jordi Alba lucky to get that in the back of the net, really. I mean, that's what I was aiming for, but he's kind of like chipped it up into the space. This guy pulled it back straight off a kick-off, and then, yeah, 90th minute goal from Kaka was a penalty, no less, but still, he scored it. Beautiful roll down the middle. And then 90th minute goal here from Sterling, but Kaka, look at that, breaking through past Koulibaly and Milinkovic-Savic, goalkeeper saves, and Sterling gets a rebound. So, beautiful, beautiful performance from the team, and it just, again, just goes to show for me personally that having 55 stamina is not destructive. It's not the end of the world for me personally. This, though, guys, is going to be the end of the video. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.